As part of being live and local, we like to focus in on a lot of local sports, and one of them is getting underway tomorrow. The San Diego Gulls are back in action, the AHL affiliate of the Anaheim Ducks that reside right here in America's finest city, will be ready to take on Coachella Valley coming up tomorrow to start their 2025-2026 season. And at the helm of the San Diego Gulls is their head coach, Matt McIlvane, and he joins us right now on the Braden Surprenant Show. Matt, what's going on? How's your Thursday going?
Oh, Thursday's great. We're done with practice, quick, short, and sweet, and we've got our eyes on tomorrow.
Should be a fun time, obviously, getting the season started. Always got that preseason jitters. As for you, what's about like that first time getting on the ice for, after the off season and starting a season anew? I mean, I would imagine you're probably not going to get too much sleep tonight.
There's just so much excitement. We all remember that first day of school feeling, and I think when you're working in sport, every time at the beginning of the season, there's that same type of a feeling where you just can't wait to go take off on this journey with such great people around you and go try to chase down a goal together. So always a privilege and always exciting.
You're a native of Naperville, Illinois. You won 5 league championships as a head coach and assistant coach in Europe. And in the last 10 seasons before you were the, obviously the coach here with the San Diego Gulls. Hockey in your blood. I mean, tell us about how you got into the sport and what got you into coaching.
Well, so getting to the sport, I grew up in the 90s when rollerblades were the thing. And so I got a pair of rollerblades and I said, this is something, but I'm missing. And so I put a stick in my hands. I was like, okay, there's maybe something here. And we lived in Portland, Oregon at the time, and there was a junior team there that I started to follow. So that was really the beginning of falling in love with the sport for me. And getting into coaching, I'm just about to turn 40 years old in the next month. And I've been coaching so this is my 15th season. And so that means that I got started really young. I had a lot of injuries in my playing career that was very short, but I think there was a bigger plan going on for me, and this is where I was supposed to be able to use my passion for the game is to go help others to achieve their goals. And so I've fallen in love with it, and all of a sudden here I am as a career coach.
Yeah, and I've been here since 2023 here in San Diego. I mean, it's, maybe for us in Southern California. And I, growing up here in San Diego, I knew 2 kids in my neighborhood in Scripps Ranch that played hockey. Both of them ended up playing in the NHL. One of them, Stature Demko, now with the Vancouver Canucks, played Little League Baseball with him growing up. But Southern California is an interesting place for hockey to be. Is it, you've been to a lot of different places in Europe, and most of the places you've coached in get really, really cold. Is it fun to coach in an area that doesn't really have a lot of ice when you're coaching a sport that involves a lot of ice?
It's just so unique for the area, I feel. We do this skate around Christmas time for the Children's Hospital, and you're looking at palm trees on an outdoor rink, and it's so unbelievable to kind of put all of these things together. And for the San Diego Gulls have a long, rich history, and we call them America's finest bands, but they turn up and they turn out, and it's a lot of fun to be in Pechanga with the fans rocking and watching the team have some success. And that's been one of the things that we're really privileged for is to have a great following of loyal fans who show up and make it really fun to play in front of them.
Your head coach, you're also a family man. You guys obviously have been here as a family residing in San Diego for the last couple of years. What's your favorite part about San Diego and being a head coach here?
We just love it. And anybody who asks, I always say my wife and my kids, we're just thriving. There's something so unique to, getting home from a day at the rink, and I go meet the kids, getting done with school, and hey, let's go for a picnic at the beach this evening, or let's go for a hike and go see what San Diego has to offer. Oh, and by the way, it's November and it's like 75, 78 degrees. So there's just so much that San Diego has to offer. And I think for me, the way that the community has taken us in, and we've become a part of the community very quickly through all of our children's ties, it's a real privilege to be here and to live here.
Let's talk about your 2025 San Diego Gulls. Now, obviously, it's interesting coaching at the AHL level when you have a parent, affiliation, obviously with the Anaheim Ducks just up the road, and you guys are there to facilitate the Anaheim Ducks, and kind of where they're at really affects where you guys are at in terms of talent and managing players. I mean, how does coaching work for you guys at the AHL level, knowing we got to get these guys ready for the NHL, but also trying to win games each and every night because it is a profession.
I think that's a critical part of understanding the American League, is that the American League doesn't exist without the purpose of serving the NHL team. And so one of our big goals for the first couple of years is Anaheim has been in a rebuilding phase. And so what that means is they've had a lot of draft picks that turn into prospects, that turn into goals. And our job has been to create an environment for them where they can learn championship habits and behaviors and that align with being able to be called up and go have success. And we've been really proud of the guys we've been able to move on that are now Ducks and thriving and full-time Ducks. And so that's a big part of our project. The other part is that we've got that loyal fan base that we talked about, and they're ready to see some winning in San Diego. And so our team is built deeper this year. We're a little bit older. And the guys that have been here, we can rely on some experiences that we've all gained together in the last few years. And we're excited to go chase down an opportunity to go play into the postseason.
We're talking with Matt McIlvane. He's the head coach of the San Diego Gulls, joining us on the Braden Surprenant show. Let's talk about some of the players. I mean, obviously, for a community that has a lot of diehard loyal Gulls fans that have been around for a long time, as this is now the fourth edition of the San Diego Gulls, and the rich history, as you mentioned, obviously at the retirement of Willie O'Ree's jersey here in the rafters at Pechanga Arena. For the kind of casual fan, and then it's tough in Southern California. We got a lot to compete with. What are some of the players' names that they should be on the lookout for and excited to go watch when you guys open up at Pechanga Arena?
It's always so hard to name players, because there's so many that I think the fans would enjoy watching. But we're privileged to be able to host some first-round draft picks like Stian Solberg and Nathan Gaucher. We have Tristan Luneau, who was one of the top rookie scoring defensemen in the league last year. Sasha Passajoff was almost a point-a-game player in his second season. But we like to say that the strength of our team is our team. And I think that when the fans turn up to come cheer us on, what they'll see is a really hard-working group of guys that they can obviously care about each other and obviously see that they care about winning.
How much are you involved with, keeping everything similar to what the Anaheim Ducks do? How much communication does especially with how close you guys are, in keeping everything in terms of the Ducks organization with, philosophies, how guys prepare? I mean, a lot of, major league or NHL teams like to have their AHL affiliates be relatively close. So when they get the call up, everything's a seamless transition. How much, conversations are you guys having with the Ducks on a daily basis?
Well, I think first thing, the proximity is a huge privilege to the organization. St. Louis have done a great job of being able to utilize both markets and be able to have your affiliate team that's, less than 90 minutes down the road. It's a big deal. And, as far as our tasks, like, we really want to be aligned with our parent club. So we've recently had a coaching change with the Anaheim Ducks, which affects the way that we do things here in San Diego. So our job is that when the players get called up, that they're able to go jump in and have a lot of familiarity with the way that the team is going to move on the ice. And so they can really just focus in on their game, and everything else should feel really natural. And that's been something that we've accomplished, and we'll look to keep and build on.
We're talking with Matt McIlvane, who is the head coach of the San Diego Gulls, joining us on the Braden Surprenant show. They start their season tomorrow against Coachella Valley. Last question I got for you, Matt. When you describe the unit you have and the style of play that San Diego Gulls hockey is to the casual fan, what do you want casual fans or just the diehard Gulls fans to know about this 2025-2026 club before they start?
Our fans are going to see a team that's hard to play against. As soon as that puck drops, the competition begins, and our group is determined. Our group cares. Our group feels like we've got a chip on our shoulder, and there's something to prove. And I think when the fans show up, they'll appreciate that unity that they can feel from the guys, and they'll see a team that is very difficult to play against.
Matt, we appreciate the time, and we got meetings and getting ready for tomorrow's game on the road against Coachella Valley. And again, we'll be happy to talk to you guys or talk to you again, but also look forward to seeing you guys back in a home arena against the Henderson Silver Knights on Saturday, October 18th. Matt, thanks again for the time. Look forward to talking to you again.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you having me.
Matt McIlvane, the head coach of the San Diego Gulls, joining us on the Braden Surprenant Show, part of the David P. Shapiro fan hotline. Facing criminal charges, trust David P. Shapiro criminal defense attorneys, helping clients regain control since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com.